but it didn't go according to plan. So and I ended up going to the Grey Cup that year. We ended up losing it to Saskatchewan. Then the following year, they let me go. And then in 2014, I sat out a year. And then 2015, last year, Toronto coaching staff gave me a call and asked, did I still want to play? And I reached out to them as well. And they gave me the opportunity to come back and play. And from then on, I just been cherishing the opportunity to play football, because sometimes we have things that we love and we take for granted. And from here forth, I'm just giving my best foot forward and enjoying the process and going to work each and every day and giving my all.
And it's amazing to hear that story, man. And you talk to a lot of different athletes, and sometimes you don't get a sense that they enjoy the process, that they enjoy all the fruits of their labor, everything that goes into it. And now you're back with Toronto, the team that you love, beautiful family. You just had a daughter. Congratulations on that, sir. But how is that, just having a newborn daughter and your wife at home and being in a whole nother country?
Me and my wife, we've been doing this since I've been in the CFL, so we're not new to this. But having my daughter is a little different now that she just born December 17th. Just turned five months on the 17th. So this year is going to be a little challenging because as a father, I want to be here and support her. And because she puts a smile on my face when I wake up in the morning, I see her bright, beautiful smile. And when I come home, she's excited to see me. So that just warms me inside. But as a father, I know that I have to provide for my family. It's a must that I give them opportunities that are available and that I can do something that I love and I appreciate doing, and it feeds them and it keeps them happy. I understand there are going to be challenges, but we all have challenges. So just looking at it from a positive standpoint, I'm going to go to work hard, and hopefully when I get on work and I can FaceTime my wife and my daughter and spend much time with them. But they know Daddy got to work and Daddy got to put the time in, and this is what Daddy loves, and Daddy's doing it not only for them but for himself as well, because I don't want to be doing something that I hate or looking back on my life and being like, I wish I would have did this or wish I would have did that. So I'm just trying to fulfill my dreams, but also fulfill my duties as a husband to continue to provide for my family.
Awesome to hear, man. As you talk about your family and taking care of them and whatnot, man, you can't help but smile when you listen to this story, man. Such a positive story and a story that could have went a couple different ways for you. But, being blessed to be in this situation is an awesome feeling. Now, going into, again, your 6th year, you're back in the 6th with your woes. Camp starts next week. What are you expecting? What can we expect this season from Brandon Isaac? What can we expect this season from the Toronto Argonauts?
For me, myself, you can just expect that I go to work each and every day, giving my all. I understand that I'm getting long in the tooth. My window's starting to close. So I want to make sure I cherish every moment that I do have. And I understand that it's a process, that from week 1 to week 2 that I should improve each and every week. I just want to go out and compete, every play and play it out like it's a championship game each and every chance I'm on the field. And every opportunity I get, I just want to play hard and let the chips fall where they may. As far as my team, I have an awesome team, awesome teammates, guys who really work hard, and we have a bitter taste in our mouth. We have our arch rival, Hamilton, who was able to beat us 4 times during the regular season, and then was able to knock us off in the playoffs in the first round. We felt like we had an opportunity to win that game. We was leading that game through the first 3 quarters and mostly of the fourth quarter, but they was able to make plays down the stretch. Kudos to them for making those plays. But we feel as if we made some additions to the team where we're in position to really push for the East and play for the Grey Cup, which is again held in Toronto, just like we won in 2012, the 100 Grey Cup. It's held again in Toronto this year. So hopefully we can string some games together going into the playoffs, ready and prepared, and we'll peak at the right time. But also we got to understand that it's a process, that we should learn from our mistakes throughout the process, get better week in, week out, and hopefully we peak at the right time and win the Grey Cup.
We're speaking with Brandon Isaac, linebacker for the Toronto Argonauts in the Canadian Football League. Brandon, one of your teammates in Toronto is actually one of your teammates that you had for the University of South Carolina, Torrey Gurley, and actually your roommate.
Yeah, Torrey was my roommate. He was an awesome guy. We lived together while we were in Toronto. We have a condo where we play Madden and chill out and rest and have fun. Torrey's an amazing guy. He works extremely hard. He tied the CFL in touchdowns this year. He's been really busting his tail this offseason to lead the NFL in all categories the way he's working. We're looking forward to both of us are having great years. He wants to lead the offense and I want to lead the defense as well. So all the time we get into that practice to kind of get our juices flowing and get to compete at a high level. So when we get in the game that we're already prepared because we already gave our best throughout the week. And so when game time comes, it's just a rehearsal on what we already have done throughout the week. So Torrey's really working hard. I'm excited to watch him. I know he's excited to watch me as well. But this season, like you said, is around the corner. So is it June yet, as we say in the CFL?
You just spoke a little bit about the season. Now, it's not your traditional season that you get here in America. Talk a little bit to the All Things Sports listeners about when the CFL season is, how we can tune in and watch you guys play.
The CFL starts right at summer. Our first game is June the 23rd. We'll be playing the Hamilton Tiger Cats to open up in our new stadium, the BMO Stadium. And it ends around about Thanksgiving time. And so it's a 6-month season. It consists of 2 preseason games, 18 regular season games, and 3 playoffs, including the championship. So it's a grand total of 23 games, a 23-game season. ABC Sports shows our games. ESPN2 shows our games. So you can look us up on ABC Sports or ESPN2, and majority of our games are shown. Our championship game is always shown in the States on ESPN. So there are ways to watch the CFL game. You might have to look into a little bit. Sometimes it's a little tricky because of the NFL. Once the NFL kicks in, then it's a little harder. But right before the NFL season starts, they usually show a lot of our games. It's a good, exciting league. It's very fun. It's different, but sometimes different. It's good, you know. A lot of people are used to the traditional way of playing football, but we have our own little nuances of how we play football. But it's fun. It's different again, but we love doing it, and it's competitive.
Well, I'm excited for the season, sir. How can we follow you on social media? Do you have a Twitter, Instagram? Let the folks know.
I'm Brandon Isaac on Facebook. On Instagram, I'm on BIsaac28. So that's BISAAC28. You can follow me on Facebook. I usually post when I games scheduled on ESPN, and then on Instagram I put a few pictures of my season, things that's going on. So follow me, hit me up. I love to have some more fans and followers as well as my teammate in the CFL. Hopefully we can bring some more excitement to the game of football, and we'd love to have you all.
Well, I really appreciate you taking out the time to come on the show today. Gotta have you back midway through the season to check on you guys, see how the Argonauts are doing. But again, salute to you and all the best to you in this year's CFL season.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you all.
Brandon Isaac with the Toronto Argonauts. Wow, that's a very impressive young man right there, Brandon Isaac from the Toronto Argonauts. Wish him all the best moving forward. Daimeon, about to run out of time, man, but when we come back, it's one of your favorite segments, man.
Yes, sir.
The All Things Sport Real MVP, and I hear you got a good one for us this week.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So is it safe to say that you're dedicating your All Things Sport MVP to John Allen Banks Sr., on this his 78th birthday?
No, I'm dedicating this entire show to the Banks family. My father celebrates his 78th birthday as we speak. My daughter was born at 12:05 p.m. tonight. She will be a week old. So I'm dedicating this show to the entire Banks clan. We are the actual Starks of North Carolina, man. We will take back Winterfell.
No, don't put that on us. Too many of them died, man. Don't put that on us, man.
Yeah, they have been kicking the bucket quite frequently here lately.
One of them paralyzed. Nah, don't do that.
Yeah, I'll take that back. Dedicating this show to the whole Banks clan.
Gonna take a quick break. Again, we'll be back with the All Things Sport Real MVP on this, the All Things Sport podcast.
Thank you for listening to the All Things Sport podcast with Daimeon Banks and Pierre Banks. Be sure to check out the In My Humble YouTube channel for all your sporting needs.
Pierre Banks here, thanking you all for listening to the All Things Sport podcast. Please subscribe for much more of the show. Also, join myself and Rudy Mondragon for In My Humble, the Split Decision, where we discuss all things boxing and what is just our humble opinion on the In My Humble YouTube channel.
What you ain't heard?
Somebody done told you wrong, huh?
It's the All Things Sport podcast with Daimeon Banks and Pierre Banks.
Latifah, party's right here.
On Spreaker Radio.
And we are back with the All Things Sport podcast. I'm Pierre Banks. He's Daimeon Banks. And another special thank you to Brandon Isaac, linebacker for the Toronto Argonauts and the Canadian Football League, for taking the time to do an interview for the podcast. Can't thank him enough, and all the best to him as he moves forward in his 6th season in the league. Daimeon, great show so far. Hate to end it, but at least we get to end it on a high note.
Yes, sir. Great interview with the young man from the Canadian Football League. He looks to be a driving force in that professional football league in Canada. But like you said, Pierre, we have to go, man. It's been a great show, but before we go, we have to give the people what they want. I said, what? I said we got to give the people what they want. This week, we giving you our All Things Sport Real MVP. Now, I think I'm going to go first this week because I missed last week and I'm kind of anxious. And I think my real MVP, you save the best for first, or do you save the best for last? Is it save the best for last? Okay, you save the best for last, but I'm going first because I am the DJ Khaled of the All Things Sport podcast. I'm the best. So my All Things Sport Real MVP for this week is a man who has a stellar career in Major League Baseball spanning over 19 seasons. He is Bartolo Colon of the New York Mets. Now, if you follow baseball like Pierre and I, you would know that I'm a Baltimore Orioles fan. Pierre is a Boston Red Sox fan. They are in the American League East. But if you go over to the National League and the New York Mets, man, they have had a resurgence as of late. The Mets have a pretty good pitching staff. Matt Harvey, Jacob deGrom, but they also have the round mound of the mound, Bartolo Colon. 19-year Major League Baseball veteran, and Bartolo Colon has played in the Major League Baseball for 19 years. And he has won a lot of games in his 19-year career, but he has yet to do one thing. That thing changed this past week. 42-year-old Bartolo Colon went yard. And we all know that chicks dig the long ball. Bartolo Colon hit his first home run of his career off of San Diego Padres pitcher James Shield. 372-pound Bartolo Colon. A man who has yet to see a spare rib that he doesn't love. A man who's yet to see a 12-piece wing from Wingstop that he doesn't love. Stepped up to the plate, sized up James Shield, and went yard. Bartolo Colon,
you the real MVP.
For my all things sport real MVP for this week, I'm going to go to the Invictus Games. For those of you who don't know, the Invictus Games were started 2 years ago by Great Britain royalty, Prince Harry. Prince Harry put together a Paralympic type event for wounded, injured, or